Hello, hello. Who's on here? Let's catch the vibes. Let's see what's going on. Oh, God. It's 1 o'clock Central. Let's get some life in here. Hey, welcome in. Welcome here. Ouch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am on. Thank you for liking. Hey, Abdulaziz, I'm doing well. And you? Where are you? Where are you joining from? Thank you, Abdulaziz. Are you subscribed? Thank you so much, Abdulaziz. I appreciate you. I like you too. You're a blessing from God. Do you agree? You're a big blessing, my friend. Wow, Abdulaziz. I'm happy. Please download my book, buy the book. I've been telling people about the book. I'm trying to sell 100 copies. I'm trying to get 100 copies out there. Even if you know about crypto, it's just a basic book for people who are new to crypto. But if you have been in crypto, you can buy and give it to your friends and family members who are trying to find a little thing about, information about cryptocurrencies. There's going to be a gold rush, man. There's going to be a gold rush. It's coming. The gold rush is coming. Okay. The gold rush is coming. Big time. Big, 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 big time. So, how is Saudi Arabia? What's the weather like? I've never been there. I've been to Kuwait. Huh? Yes, yes, yes. So, what do you guys have to say about my topic? I'm talking about crypto crashing. It's crashing, right? Excuse me. So, what do you think about it? A lot of cryptos are crashing. Bitcoin is crashing, but XRP seems to be doing okay. But a lot of people were disappointed that it kind of just went, they wanted it to just keep going up because President Trump made an announcement about it. What do you think? Time for buying, not for crying. Exactly. Time for buying, not for crying. I know a lot of people don't come on at this time because it's when they work. So Abdulaziz, buy the book, send it to your friends. Send it to a friend, a family member, because you know about crypto. You are not new to it, but if you like my channel, you want to support what I'm doing, the encouragement I bring, that's one way to support me. Support the channel and then spread the word because there's going to be a gold rush. You know what I mean by a gold rush? People are going to wake up and realize, my goodness, I'm missing out, and then they will rush, 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 rush. So I'm providing something for people who are new to crypto that within 3 hours they can start their investment journey because the ebook is really easy to read. You can read it within a few hours on a flight from one city to the other, at a bus station, waiting for the bus, on the bus. Yeah, don't read it in your car. You want to focus, right? So that's the idea. But thank you so much for a thumbs up, Abdulaziz. And I hope you are subscribed to the channel. When did you start following my channel, Abdulaziz? Please like. If you're just coming in, like the channel. I'm taking a break from my day. It's Tuesday, March the 4th. So, and tonight, Donald Trump will be addressing Congress, right? So, we'll see how that goes. Wow. Thank you. I like it. So have you watched some of my videos? So you've watched a number of them, right? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. Let's hear what you guys have to say. I'm just here for a bit. I gotta, I know it's midday. A lot of people are at work, but I'm using my. Oh, right. Talk about Shiba. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I talk about XRP, Shiba Inu. I talk about XLM. I talk about XDC. Talk about the ISO, but mostly I've been doing a lot on XRP because that's basically it's going to be the king of crypto, right? So that's just what I believe. I've looked at all the indices, all the indications, and everything, right? The design, why it was made. So and its purpose, above all things, its purpose. What it's meant to do, because it's all about utility. It's the game of utility. Is the cryptos that have utility that will be around for a long time. I mean, that will be meme coins, because memes. The beauty of memes is community. The community that drives the meme, right? If you have a million people holding a coin, they can buy and sell, trade it, and profit, make money and all that. But I don't know what the future for meme coins is. I honestly don't know, because they have to find some form of utility. They have, either they go into, if it also has to do with this design. Are they able to readapt it to adapt it to be used for you know gaming or some other use in the real world sense? Because at the end of the day, it has to be used for something, right? If it's just there for people to buy and sell, look at the Trump coin, for example. People made money right away, but after that, nothing else, right? It's just sitting at a certain level. It may go up. The other day it went up by about 16% and then came back down. So if somebody had bought it and they're watching it and they bought it at a high, they could have come out at that 16% profit and then never go back in. So while it's interesting to be able to go in and out of a meme coin, but the example that I will always give is, if you look at Shiba Inu, it started as a meme. If you look at Dogecoin, it was a meme coin. In fact, Dogecoin was the one who blazed the trail. And today, Shiba Inu has become. It was accepted by HSBC as a would I say, an instrument for transaction. And that's, HSBC is a major bank. Why would they be playing with Shiba Inu if it's not important? You know what I mean? So like the video, get us to 10 likes. I know that a lot of our subscribers are working. This is not the best time to get the family in, but I wanted to be online here. Hopefully I'll come back on later in the day, but I want to just talk to anybody who's going by. I know some of our subscribers are in other countries too, that at this time it is their own 7 p.m. They're just closing the day and relaxing before going to bed, right? So time is different everywhere. Hey Gigi, how you doing? Gigi Low. Yes. I'm happy for you, Abdulaziz. Just hold. Gigi Low, how are you doing? I like, I always say I like your I like the name Gigi Low. Oh yes, God's grace is how we do well, right? It's how we do well, how we prosper, how we live. We are maintained, we're sustained, we're enabled, we are made by the grace of God. We're his workmanship, right? That's how we are who we are. So yeah, and your family is good too. Are you watching what's happening? Yeah, 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 yeah. Man, but med school, you're one of the people that actually inspired me too, because I remember we were talking. Was it you? You were telling me, you said, I'm not so young. And I'm like, no, no, you're young compared to some of us, you're young. And I was like, okay, I like the fact that you are engaging in crypto. You're not just like, okay, I'm gonna be a doctor, I'm gonna make all this money, and that kind of thing. No, you've got to invest. You've got, because you don't want anybody else to control your time or your life. I remember, I remember. As soon as you said med school, it just, yeah. There's somebody else that I mistook you for. We were talking. I think she's a stay-at-home mom. I think she has an online presence, does some online, trading, selling, and all that. But so I wasn't sure that was it. Yeah. So that's it. I'm proud of young people who are. The funny thing, YouTube sent me like a review of who watches my channel and my subscribers. I was surprised to see that the largest chunk are actually people between the age of 25 to 40. That blew me away. And I was making videos trying to reach people over 50. So I'm going to make a video now that is just for people in that age group because they are hungry for knowledge. I think what's happening is that some of them are seeing their parents, they are watching their parents um, retire or go close to retirement, and they're talking about the reality of what retirement is today, and they're not finding it funny. So it's very scary. It's like, okay, if there's going to be inflation, if what I'm supposed to be getting, that they hear their parents talking about the reality of where things are going. When I was younger, I know how much it was to buy a home, right? Today, that same house that you would buy for say $100,000 is now 300,000, 350,000 in some cases, depending on the demand. So that's going to tell you, and the house is not getting newer, it's getting older. You've got to refresh it. So in a few years, another 10 years, houses that are 300,000 will be 1.5 million. That's my guesstimate. Why? Because of the reality of the expenses on COVID. COVID really drained the coffers of many nations, especially the West. They went to town, they painted the town red, they spent like drunken sailors. Like the video, bring it up to the number of people in the room. Thank you very much for liking the video. Let the algorithm discover the video even when we're done so that people can watch it. But what's really going on? Cryptos are crashing. Does that mean we should sell our crypto, sell everything and get out? No, don't. If you know what's coming, if you know where things are going, GG Low, what kind of bags do you have? Are you like an XRP holder, a Shiba holder? What are you holding? And if you are doubting XRP because of everything that is happening, you know what? Send me a message. I will share with you. Actually, go on my description. There is a video that is private, um, and you click on the link. It's behind a paywall because that's the best way for me to do it to avoid being limited. And then you will see in reality where the value of your token is going. I have proven it over and over and over again with facts, with what is on the ground, right? And we are closer now. Remember, the lawsuit for Ripple is hanging by a thread right now, just a very thin thread, right? It's going to be, is it dismissed or thrown out? Or I don't know what the word is. There is an injunction, and when there's an injunction, it's a little bit different how the process will wind down. But when you have the power of the presidency coming down on it and saying, "Hey, XRP is going to be in the strategic national reserve," you know what that means? You know what that means? Yes, it's going to, but a lot of people are worried because they are not seeing the news, the price of the asset that they are holding corresponding to the news that is coming out. And I keep telling people, don't bother about that because the news is not the only thing that can drive it. If we are happy that the news is driving it, then we are in for the short term. The news should drive it some. FOMO will and should drive it some because that's just the dynamic of a commodities market or even a securities market. News moves the market. Never forget that. But the issue is you got to understand that even when news is moving the market, it's going to come back down. But we're holding a digital asset. We're holding a set of digital assets that when they eventually come to be operational in the real sense of the term, how they are designed to operate, and they take over the banking and financial system and non-banking financial systems. What's going to happen is that they will assume a uh, what do you call it? A value that is stable. to my mind, in the crypto world, there's going to be two kinds of stable coins. The stable coins that are stable on behalf of the domiciled currency. In other words, if Italy, for example, they have their currency, like the lira. Is it lira or whatever? That did I get it right? Or French franc or British pound, they all have their digital currencies, right? You can see they have the Digital Pound Foundation in the UK. So those ones, right? They're stable currencies paired one to one. So you will have a US dollar too. They'll have a digital US dollar, but that's issued by the central bank of each of the countries. But then you have other stable coins whose job is to guarantee the process or the processing of value. When we talk of value, we talk of payments, we talk of movement of assets in a digital sense, where if I buy your house, that house, the value of that house now moves to me. If the house was worth $500,000, you know, you get, I own the house, legally speaking. You take the money from me. All of that will be done across the blockchain, right? So the legal documentation, all of those are under smart contracts. And so on one side, papers are being signed. On the other side, papers are being signed, but it will be quicker, it'll be faster. And then the fraud in the system will be, all these things that people do where they go and they sell a house, like in Toronto, they sell a house, or in New York, they do it. They sell a house under somebody's nose, and the people don't even know. You see old people sitting down and somebody's coming to take their house, possess their house on a date they are not even aware. Probably even playing with their grandkids, but a scammer has sold their house. All of that would be difficult to do because everything is traceable. You see what I'm trying to say? So it's a completely new world that is coming, a completely new system. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you so much for coming on my live. I'm not going to be here for long. I gotta go. It's a work day for me, but I have a little window of opportunity here. I come on live and then I go back to do what I'm called to do. So if you are interested, I have put, hey, Ogunara Films, how are you, my friend? I'm just here for a bit and then I will hop off. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Yeah, so it's very important. I had a pre-coaching call. If you'd like to have a pre-coaching call with me, or just a call, just a free call, go on my Calendly. Just it's in the description. Put your time there, what works for you, and then we will meet. Sometimes people will they will select the time and not, they won't show up, but it's okay. Majority are showing up. 80% of the 80 to 90%. I've just had a few. Yeah. Oh, you didn't get a notification. I don't know what's going on with that. But click on your if you set the notification, it should come on. But I know that you guys in the UK, it's already about 7 p.m. or is it 6 p.m. there? So oh wow. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. So those are the things, like I said, some of the things we're talking about here, they're really major things, major changes that are coming. We are revealing secrets. We're telling people what's going on. Okay, that's right. 7:10. Okay. So you guys are 6 hours ahead then. So that's the reality of what is coming. So I'm encouraging people, don't sell your assets. Don't let go of it. Like, you know what? That's why it's good to diversify, so that if you have to sell, you don't sell the most important ones. You know, those ones you've held help you to say, okay, now I need two grand, I need 3 grand. Okay, I'll let go of this one. It's gonna buy about, but I'm gonna keep this one. I'm never gonna let it go. And you're gonna see a lot of FOMO still come out. Unreasonable, sorry, not FOMO, FOD, unreasonable FOD. FOD is like unreasonable fear, uncertainty, and demand. GG low, hold on to what you got. Ogunara, I know you're not letting go. Because this is a 1 in a 100 to 150-year opportunity that we're seeing before our very eyes. It's been a long time that this kind of change happened. Of course, there's been great wealth creation change that happened like between the 1980s and 90s with computerization of processes. That was a great change, right? The people that invested in that. But what I'm talking about here is the kind of opportunity. When computers came on scene, you needed more money to invest, right? Unlike now, even $1,000. I was reading the story of the founder of WikiCat. He borrowed $400 to invest. Was it $400 or $500 to invest? Ogunara, we talked about it the other day. Hey, Sabrina Moore, how are you doing? Sabrina, have you downloaded the book? Have you bought my book? Are you supporting me? Buy it and send it to your friends. Oh, I'm going to put I'm putting it in each of my lives now. I'm talking about it because I'm trying to get 100 copies off and, 100 downloads. So visit the site, buy a copy. How are you doing, Sabrina? I hope you're having a good day. Exactly, Sabrina. It is a reset for everyone, not just the elite. People are going to, it's a reset. And again, the big word for me is opportunity. It's a big opportunity. And again, a lot of people are just, I see people saying things like, oh, Lambo, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get a private jet. I'm going to get come on, let's just settle down and pray. Yes, Sabrina, don't waste time. Support this work here. Support this. Really, I'm telling you, Sabrina, you already know about crypto, right? Gigi Lo, you already know about crypto. You have bags. You are waiting. But what happens is there are people around you that you've been talking to. Let me just be honest with you. The closer this thing gets, the more concerned I become for the people that I know. Because you can't take care of everybody. You can only do so much. And so when I tell people, I know someone that I told 2 years ago, they put a little bit of money in. And when they saw how the thing moved, they put more. But then they were dollar cost averaging up instead of down, right? But I told them, don't worry about it. I mean, I was after church one Sunday. It was last year before Christmas. One of our sisters in the church just walked over to me, and she said, you know what? I just wanted to say thank you. I said, for what? I didn't remember. She said, you told me about something. And hey, Top Ring, how you doing? So Top Ring, he said, you told me about something. He said, what you told me, I did it. And here is, she did, because I remember she was struggling to set up what's it called? Her third party, whatever, Google authorization. And eventually I was able to help her with that. But I had no idea that she had actually continued to invest off every bi-weekly her paycheck. Yes, the conversations will get dismissed. That is why I'm saying buy my ebook, because you will not be able to. What is coming there? A gold rush is coming. Sabrina, everybody that laughed at you, that dismissed you, they're going to call you and say, Sabrina, do you have time? Can we talk? Can we talk? Can we talk? And at that time, they will be buying XRP at $50 for one before they start buying at $100 for one. So this is, you won't have time. So you say, oh, you want to know about it now? I'll send you an ebook. I bought it. Here you go. Take it. Send it to them. And then you can also send them the link to purchase. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. That's the link. That's all you got to do. So go and buy, because it's very basic. Very basic. But I want my subscribers to support what I've done. I put the information together. Somebody said on one of the lives, say, oh, we don't need a book. There's no need for it, because that's him. I still read books authored by people. You know why people say that? Because they can go to ChatGPT and just type something. See, the prompts you give ChatGPT is what it will tell you. Because ChatGPT is not intelligent on its own. Let's not fool ourselves. It's actually, that's why I like the X Grok 3. Grok 3 will tell you, I got this information from 15 websites. I got this from 7 websites. And you can click on that website to confirm what it's telling you, because of course it's not lying. It drew the information there and gave it to you. One day I gave Grok 3 an assignment just last week, and it's on beta mode, right? It said, I don't have any answers for that because I can't find anything. And you know why? It couldn't find information on it because the information is not yet released. And that's exactly how it is. So there are people today. Don't you see when you are in an airport? What are people doing? They're reading books. In the plane, they're reading books, playing Sudoku, or watching movies, right? Or watching the news. So there's always a group of people. I said, how many of you have a 7-Eleven in your city? And then you have a new grocery store. There's something called Publix. Publix, when did they start? There's another store. What's their name? When did they start? There's Kroger. Some of these stores, some of them were existing as other names. But 7-Eleven has always been there. Somebody, there's this thing they say, thank heaven for 7-Eleven when you're on the highway. I remember traveling on the highway going, for sports with my kids, going so far and wide, 10-hour drive, 14-hour drives. And we always, when you see that 7-Eleven sign, it's like, yes, that's exactly. So I am actually hoping that I can do more for others. I am telling you, having a platform, I have discovered the power. It's like, yes, I've been a pastor for 37 years. I preached. It's good, but it's limited. It's excellent, but it's limited. This gives opportunity. I reach people all over the world. Like, I mean, how many are my subscribers? Still, can you imagine somebody that has 500,000 subscribers, 1,000,000 subscribers? I have only like 2,300, right? And among that 2,300 is still shared among other people. So there is at least 100 subscribers on here who would say, we agree with you, we like what you are doing. Here, we're downloading that book. And I want to say thank you to every one of you who have downloaded the book already. It's exciting just to see the support that we're getting with this book. So it's very simple. Some of you will read and say, oh, I know this already. But do you know why you see it easy? It's because God has blessed you with the knowledge. There are Bogle Reid, God bless you. There are so many people who have no idea. I just got a text from somebody today. She was like, oh, can you share with us? It's new to us, and they are great people looking to invest. And I got an information I wanted to share with you guys, and I'm going to do a video on it too. I have 3 videos I have to do, and I have some unlisted I have to put public by tomorrow and next tomorrow, but I've shot a few. But there's one I want to do. Actually, there's a gentleman by the name of Jim Ricard. So Jim Ricard, let me see if I can find it. So he did this. I got the information from somebody today. She sent it to me. I had a meeting with them yesterday. It was very, very amazing couple, and truth people, believers. And Jim Ricard is somebody who has been an advisor to the CIA presidents and all of that, and is talking about how AI and crypto are going to be threatened by just a second. Let me just see if I can find it here for you guys, because I really wanted to show you. I want to show you. I want to show you it and how that will threaten. Okay, I found it. Okay, so this is him. Let me see if I can share this with you guys. Give me a second here. Let's do this. I was hoping I could get away from this, but hello, John Harvard. How are you? God bless you. So, guys, please, if you have not bought the crypto book, go get it. I'm not ashamed to ask. This is, if you don't put it out there, nobody will know about it, right? So I'm going to advertise it on social media, but in the meantime, I'm working with my subscribers first so that they can support us to send it out there. Like I said, it is the simplest book you would ever read on crypto. It's Crypto Made Easy. Buy, store, and grow your investment with confidence. The book, it can be read in 2 to 3 hours, including the links, so that by the time a person finishes it, they have confidence to step. Let me tell you, it's not good to be selfish. We have this knowledge and it's like, no, we don't want to share it with somebody else. No, you've got to share and protect yourself. People are going to say, well, you knew about all this and you didn't tell us. Well, you were telling them. Sabrina has been telling them, but they are not listening. And that's myself. I've been telling people. I told a friend of mine that I introduced into real estate 16 years ago. He's doing very well. He has over 6 properties. He's planning to go and purchase property overseas. He's mapped out where he's going to do, like he wants land to build. And I know he has the money. He's done way better than myself. But I remember him in a single room, an apartment way back in the day. And I told him, get out of here, go to the bank, get a loan. That was what turned his life around. A few years later, he asked his boss for a $30,000 loan and he bought a duplex. $30,000 loan from his boss, his director. He said, the banks won't give me because I'm maxed, but can you give me? I'll pay you back. So the boss asked him, what do you want to do with it? He said, I'm going to buy a house. And the boss looked at him and said, you mean you buy houses? He said, yes, I own some rental property. The guy gave him the money without collateral, nothing. His boss in the office. And then when he told me, I said, man, that's a risk. He said, but Andaza, you told me to take risk. You taught me how to take risk. I sat this guy down back and forth, and I said, the next thing is crypto. You've got to get into it. He said, no, I can't do it. Oh, I don't want to lose my money. Oh, So when people make money in a certain area, that's what's wrong with the Bitcoin maxis. They created wealth from, would I say fortunate, blessed, whatever, to get wealth from Bitcoin. And so it's like, no, Nothing else must come. Nothing. That's a selfish thinking. That's a limited thinking. That's a narrow thinking. Something else is always going to come. There was a time when multimillionaires were the only thing you hear about. Multimillionaire. Now you are hearing billionaire. You'll soon start hearing trillionaire. And I told you the first trillionaire will come out of crypto. I've been saying it and saying it and saying it and saying it. And people will mock what we're saying. So look at this. Tell me if you can see my screen because I'm sharing with you right now. I want to show you this. All right. Please, can somebody just type yes? Because sometimes this thing will just be a black screen. Nobody. So what we're seeing here. Is this thing still on? Am I live? I see 28 people here. Like the video, get the algorithm juice flowing. So talking about vanishing resource threatens AI and crypto. This is Jim Ricard, very experienced man. Yeah, you could go on to Big League Politics and watch. He's got a Substack, and then you can see what he's saying. He's talking about the reality of how electricity is going to threaten AI and crypto. And I just read this today, but I've heard some of this before. But I thought, oh, in my life today, I'm going to share this. Just so he says, if you invest 4K, you'll get 106,000 in 6 to 12 months. So he's talking about nuclear too and all of that. And this was on March 3rd, 2025 that this was released. But the point I want to make is, yes, exactly. So here's the problem. Some people are going to watch this guy and they're going to worry about their investment. Because when I watched the video, he wasn't knocking crypto. He was saying, and AI, he was saying that AI and crypto require a lot of electricity. And so our grids and our electricity production has been stable for the last while. And so what you find is increases are around the 1 to 2.6% per year. That's electricity as cities grow and new subdivisions are created, new commercial centers are created, new malls are built, recreation centers, etc., etc. What happens is of course, food production also increases to meet the increasing population. Well, North American population is not exploding as it's in Africa and Latin America and Asia. So it's not the electricity demand. It's not exploding as like these other places. But he's saying when you look at Bitcoin, when you look at the mining, crypto mining activities that are taking place, it creates such a huge demand. And as they become mainstream, because there's no running away from AI and crypto. The reason is because they're cheaper. It helps you work. When you write a book and you give it to AI and say, "Help me," make it sound better, the grammar, this and that. Then you go to because Grammarly is an AI tool, right? And it helps you sound better and everything like that. It's programmed to create, and it'll ask you, how do you want the book to sound? You are writing an ad. They say, how do you want the ad to sound? You see, you have to be intelligent for AI to give you an intelligent response. It's garbage in, garbage out, just like in the 1989, 1990, when computers started coming on scene in a big way. It's garbage in, garbage out. Giggle. If you are old enough, you remember Giggle. So it's still the same thing. It's just rinse and repeat. All right. Nothing new. The Bible says that in Ecclesiastes, there's nothing new under the heavens. All right. So, but when you read something like this and you watch John Ricard, a man who has experience, a man who's a truth teller, a patriot in the United States, you begin to worry if you are not sure of what you have invested in. He is not knocking crypto. He's not knocking AI. He's just saying invest in the next Nvidia, invest in the next Apple, invest in the next Tesla. And what is he talking about? Nuclear too. But here's what I want to say. This will make some people sell their crypto to go and say, let me quickly put the money in this area because they just read the headline and they don't realize that there's something more. So this is what I want to tell you. Something that Jim Ricard did not mention, because I don't believe that anybody knows everything. People know what they know, right? And they are focused on what they are actually invested in. And a lot of times Even when some people would realize the mistake later on, but you know what? A lot of water has gone under the bridge. So I'm not saying he made any mistake. I don't know as much as this man. I don't have the kind of exposure he has and knowledge he has. But there's something I know, and I will tell you that. The ISO cryptos, out of the 8 listed ISO cryptos, there is majority of them are pre-mined. And even where, remember, one of the requirements that the World Economic Forum, not that I like them, that they made regarding the future of banking and other industries is that they want like low electricity use. And so if you go to the frequently asked questions of the XRP ledger, you will see. You can even throw the question in there and see what happens. Maybe they'll answer you at some point. But it's minimal electricity used for all of these ones. Unlike Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not environment friendly, right? It's not. It's not climate friendly, as they say. They have their own parameters. But the reality is that let's even leave the talk of environment friendly. Let's talk about the consumption of electricity, and it's expensive to use. The same thing with Ethereum. It's expensive because you have all these computers that are going 24/7. You got the fans cooling them. You got the mining activity going on. So it is expensive to run. I think I read somewhere that Bitcoin uses the same amount of electricity as the whole nation of Argentina. That's a lot, you know. So XRP is not that way. It's pre-mined. And by the way, it's designed to be, eco-friendly, as they say, right? And most of them are that way. XDC still has some a deficit. Like they're not all mined, but is it XDC or what? Don't quote me. You can go and do research yourself. I don't have time to show you that right now. But you see what I'm saying? So we are invested in a particular crypto that has checked off all the boxes after the beta testing coin, which is Bitcoin. What they did was to improve on all of Bitcoin's flaws. And I've told you before, if you go to the original paper, if you go to the original paper, which they used to compare Bitcoin and XRP in 2017 and 2018, before coming out with a final definitive model for pricing digital assets, they found out all of the issues, and then they were comparing. Like, which other coin has been compared like that with Bitcoin? None. See what I'm saying? So if you go watch my I have a video where I said XRP is the king of crypto. Okay, so that enough of that. But again, what I came on here to talk about today is the fact that crypto is crashing despite bullish news, and then March 7th is your first White House crypto. Is it crypto summit they called it? Crypto summit or whatever the name is. I don't remember. But at the end of the day, you know what? Hold on to your stuff. John, CEG, whatever it is that you guys are investing on, you remember there's a lot of opportunity out there in different cryptos, right? The issue is this: make sure that you are doing your research and then hedge your bets, bet your hedge, whatever you call it. Put it out there and then trust God for the best results at the end of the day. But you have to have knowledge. You can't just say, oh, so and so person said this crypto is going to go here and there. But I just wanted to show you this, say this is the kind of thing that you see around, but you have to understand that that's what you are investing in. Like, your investment is the value in your investment. I remember what Brad Garlinghouse said in one of his interviews. He said, oh yes, okay, thank you. No. I'm happy you put it up there. I was just saying you can say more about it so that people can also learn, because people are reading the comments. Oh, thank you so much. Wow, Sabrina, thank you. John Harvard, God bless you for that comment. You can. So that's the reality of what's happening. So I was just checking. Somebody said they just bought the ebook, so I was checking to see the. Thank you so much, Sabrina. I appreciate you so much. Great, great, great. Yes, outside look. Knowledge is power, and we've got to stay focused. You've got to keep your. I'm begging you. Don't actually. I almost did the topic of this one to be sell your XRP, and just to see what people would say. Maybe I should do a video like that. You know. So knowledge is power. Yes. So yeah, outside look. Buy the ebook. Download it. That's the link again. Download the ebook. Sabrina Moore, if you want, just send me an email. Check my email is in the description, and I can give you the affiliate link. Send it to all your friends. Just let even the ones that think you are stupid, just send it to them. Save the link somewhere because I'm telling you, a gold rush is coming. Listen to me. This is not a prophecy. This is a prediction based on observation of what's going on. A gold rush is coming. The people, do you remember that there's this comic uh, presentation where there's two windows, like when you're trying to buy tickets for the cinema. So there's two windows, two retail windows, and on the left is XRP at 30 cents, and on the right is XRP at $100. And there were more people lined up at the XRP at $100 than the XRP at $30, at 30 cents. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And people will not know what to do. They won't know where to go because there'll be a rush. And there are people who want a little bit of knowledge. The day your bank sells cryptos to you, it's over. If your bank is the one selling crypto to you, how much do you think the bank is going to sell crypto to the people? You think they're going to sit down there with their nice ties and nice suits and dresses and whatever and sell it to them for whatever? No, 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 no. They're going to sell them through, exchange traded funds or whatever it is you call it. It's like investment in a hedge fund. But now that the U.S. government, Trump has, and the left, a lot of people on the left are going to be left behind because the level of hatred they have for the president, they are not interested. You should forget about the president that is there. If whether it's Kamala or whoever, we are looking out for our family and our future. Yes, John Harvard, we are. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. And God is a middleman bypasser. People say, well, somebody said, what's your background? It would be nice if you told us what your background is. No, we are in the jungle. In the jungle, you don't need a background. You just need to know how to run fast away from the animals that are coming to eat you. Do you see what I'm saying? If you learn how to swim and you know how to swim well and you fall into the water from a canoe or from a boat, do you do you start looking for whether you have a certificate in swimming? No, you swim. You just swim. You swim. There's some things that are common sense. The book I put together, I wrote, is a common sense book. Just common sense. At the end of the book, I talk about how you buy a land before the airport is built. Immediately you hear in one ear that an airport is going to be built near your house. Don't allow it to get out the other ear. Get up, get your keys, drive to the nearest realtor and ask, is there any land for sale in this area? He says, oh, why do you want land in the area? Nobody's buying land there. He said, I don't care. Thank you very much. I just need land. You don't say everything. Then the realtor gets you a couple of plots of land because as soon as that airport is built, there will be a hotel there. There will be a theme park. There will be business, whatever. There will be commercial, entities with what do you call it? Storage facilities for aircrafts landing, UPS, DHL, all of them. So you hold the properties and you have somebody in the house paying rent, paying $500. You have about 4 lots. And one day, 3-4 years later, there's an announcement. The airport is going to be built here. I'm just kind of making a scenario here. A real, like what happens in the real world. This is how the wealthy continue to be wealthy, because they hear the news before anybody hears it. For the first time in a long time, the Lord decided to send the news around the world for his children to say, something is coming. Prepare. I'm about to release wealth upon my children. Why? Because he understands that the game has been unfair all along. Like Laban in the book of Genesis, the uncle of Jacob, the Bible says he changed Jacob's wages 10 times. And the Lord told Jacob, he said, I have seen how he has changed your wages. Don't you see you work for a corporation? What kind of increase do they give you? The owners of the corporation, when the end of the year comes, they take dividend payouts. Besides the fact that their trips are funded by the corporation, their vehicles are funded by the corporation, you just don't see it. They have a way of doing it, and it's all legal. You take your little paycheck, the government takes tax off of it, the corporation takes your so-called retirement out of it. They don't even let you enjoy it. They say, we want you to enjoy it when you are 65. We care so much for you. We want you to get it when you are 65. That is if it is there at that point. Now, that's not the corporation. The government did that. And then the little you have left, if you're somebody who goes to the most expensive stores, you have nothing. So you've got to now manage it. And this is an opportunity. There are people who are putting $1,000 in Shiba Inu when it was 10 zeros, and they became wealthy. There are people who put into WikiCat and they will wake up and find themselves wealthy. Why? Because in these times, there is a move of heaven to bring more people into the kingdom, to deliver more people, to help people. Listen, there are people who are not of our faith that we have to help. It doesn't matter what they believe, but they will be in trouble. Jesus said, the poor you will always have among you. It's not for you and your family alone. You see? So as we're watching this history being made before our very eyes, it's exciting. You are like the children of Israel in Egypt, and one plague after the other got them closer and a step closer to living. You are about to watch the parting of the Red Sea for God's people to come from one side to the other. It's exciting times. We are really seeing the divine acts of God. When we read in the Bible, those things that happen, it looks like so far-fetched, but we are watching it right now. Moses would say, Pharaoh, tomorrow, if you don't let my people go by this time, so and so will happen. And it will happen. And we're hearing people say it. And most of those people are the ones being criticized because we live in a very highly critical environment. We're seeing prophets saying this is going to happen, and it's coming, it's happening. I put Brandon Biggs' video up the other day. I don't know him personally, but he seems to have a good track record, and I always listen for the fruit. Now, if you don't know them, you see somebody online, you don't know who they are. You don't want to go, endorse them. But listen to me. The Bible says, by their fruits and how they speak, he said, and if I be lifted up, I will draw all men unto myself. He lifts up Jesus all the time. And the Bible tells me in 1 Corinthians that you cannot with the same mouth you call Jesus, call demons. It's not possible. You see what I'm trying to say? You cannot be glorifying Jesus while it's not possible that an evil spirit is in a person. And this is what the Pharisees did. They said to Jesus, you are probably, you are not even probably, they actually accused him of using evil spirits. And then the Lord said to them, well, you know what? Every sin he can forgive, but attributing the work of the Holy Spirit to the work of the devil, that it cannot be forgiven. And thank God that people can repent. Thank God for the grace to repent. But when people get that far, and this is what you are seeing in the world, there are people who are preaching the Bible, they're not preaching from God. So you look at the love, is love oozing out of the individual? Does the person revere the Lord Jesus Christ? Are they lifting Christ up the way he ought to be? Or they are pretending around Christ? You brought up a great point about energy scarcity. What do you think about Eon Power Group? I don't know much about them, my friend John. If you seem to have a lot of information, post the information, send me an email so we can share it with everybody here. I'm not sure about Eon Power Group. I've not heard about them. Yeah, but the power thing is one of the next things you're going to see. Deepen applications is growing mightily. I do have the star plug in my house here. I tried to connect it after I received it. It didn't work. But they have a battery application where you can power your house. It's $4,000. I'm praying and trusting God that I'll have the funds to purchase it. you know, because most of us don't have cash just sitting around, and whatever we have, we want to keep putting it back in so that it grows for us, and it becomes something substantial. Please like the video up to 24. Okay, I have about 10 minutes and I have to get off of here. Oh, Sabrina, okay, I see that. No problem. Outside look says no, no, no. You guys make me laugh so much. He says no selling. Facts 100%. My life. Oh, yeah, yeah. I didn't see you hopping. Welcome here. Thank you for coming. Yes. So, John Harvard, what's Ion Power Group? Can you tell us quickly, please? If anybody knows more about that, please just share the information, man. If we need to, yeah, like the video, get it to 22 likes. We're 17 likes so far. Let's get the word out. Something else I wanted to mention was flash crash. Just be prayerful. Just be, look at the way the thing is swinging. Bitcoin up today, down tomorrow, and there's a lot of manipulation going on. There's a video put out by Digital Outlook. I think it was earlier on today, and I agree with him. I didn't watch it, but the title is manipulation. I couldn't watch all of it. I just started, and I had other things to do. You take a quick break and you say, "Oh, let me see what this person is saying," but you have a lot to do, right? You can't. You have meetings and things like that. Yeah, there's more than so much happening. Okay. Well, thank you so much, guys. Here's the link again. God bless you. It'll be great for you to visit the site and pick up the book. I have other books there that are pre-order. You would have to go to the products page, and then you'll be able to see that as well. So it's my hope that you guys pick up a copy for yourself. I'm hoping that at least 100 to 200 of my subscribers will pick up a copy, and we can move on from there. And I want to say thank you to Sabrina and anybody else that purchased a copy during this live. God bless you and reward you abundantly. I I see names that I don't know. Like after the live, I just see somebody went to purchase. I don't know who they are. I just know that they made a purchase. But so I hope that this life has been a blessing to you, and the information I shared there is important. John Herbert says the devil is a liar. Oh God! Of course he's a liar. I don't know. I missed that comment from you, John. Where are you? Where do you join us from? What part of the country are you in? Oh yeah. By the way, if you also want to, let me see if I can put this up. If you're interested in watching how the how XRP gets to, if you want to see how XRP gets to a high value, that's also important, because all of these things I'm doing is to do what? Is to build your faith. Because you see, the scripture says, through faith and patience, we should imitate those through whom through faith and patience. Uh, sorry, Hebrews 6:10. It says we should imitate them who through faith and patience obtained the promise. So we always hear be patient, be patient, be patient. But we also need um beyond patience, we also need faith, because it's that faith that would help you, right, get to where you're going. You have to have faith. You got to have faith, you know, believing in what you are holding. First, believe in God that He has favored you, and then believe that what you are holding will truly come to pass. You know, there are some of us who are holding electronium and people are mocking. It's like, oh, this thing is not going to go anywhere. Well, I'm going to tell you this, it is going to go somewhere, and it'll be a shock to a lot of people because they mocked. They're going to wake up one day and realize, oh my goodness, I made a mistake, you know, because they didn't take the opportunity that was right before them. They mocked and mocked and mocked. And at the end of the day, they lost the opportunity to. So in my description, oh, East Coast, okay, cool. In my description, so you guys are like, are you an hour ahead of us or an hour behind? You would be Eastern time. Yeah. So that's 1 hour ahead of Central time. 1 hour ahead of Central time. So there is a particular link. Let me see if I can post it here. This is the one to, if you would like to see how XRP gets to $60,000 and above, this is the one you click on. This is how XRP reaches 62. So how does it reach 62,000? If you want to see that demonstrated, that's where you got to go. All right, my friends, I want to say thank you so much for joining me and having a wonderful conversation. Aziz from Saudi Arabia, thank you for joining. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Ogunaira, you're always a great support. Gigi Lo, I don't know if you're still on, but if you're not, that's good. Sabrina Moore, she says, I love Publix. LOL, so clean. True. Bogu Raid, thank you for joining. God bless you all in Jesus' name. All right, I will be signing off of here, and I will be in touch with you guys in a bit. Thank you so much, my life. God bless you. Thank you so much.